Okay folks, here's something I'm trying this year, and that is doing double frame hives. I've seen these quite a few times on this beekeeping group I post on called Horizontal Hives with Extra Deep Frames. So one way to make a deep frame is take two frames like these two mediums and stick them together with zip ties. I ended up doing this because after phasing out the regular vertical hives I used to do, I end up all these medium frames with combs laying around, sitting around doing nothing, and I had two options: either melt them down for the wax, or put bees in them. So, taking inspiration from the pictures and stuff I see posted on that Facebook group about horizontal hives and extra deep frames, decided to go this route here, and so far it's been proven to be quite successful. Because I got all these medium frames and I'm putting them to good use. There's one of 3 colonies I got going this year from swarms. This is one double medium hive here. There's the other one right here. This is a double deep frame hive. They use double deeps, and this has got a small colony that's been struggling. This one had a little tiny. I started this one from a little tiny swarm. They did have a queen, but somehow she died or she disappeared. So I gave them some brood, and last week I checked and they had a new queen, and she's real short. But now I looked in her again today, and her back end's all elongated, which means her ovaries are developed and that she's mated. So hopefully she'll start making eggs and make this colony grow. So I want to show you the insides of some of these here, some of these medium frames here. This is not a medium frame, this is a deep frame I pull out of another hive. A regular deep frame, and I got it in here is because I was giving them some brood and some resources to help the swarm give a jump start. But got them attached to these bars right here. The zip ties. I'm gonna pick this up and let you all see this here. This is neat right here what they've done. They put this comb on the bottom. Queen Houston's pretty well made. It's doing pretty well because look at the brood pattern in here. Eggs and larvae everywhere. Bees are pretty peaceful right now, so I'm actually doing this without smoke, but I gotta move very slowly though, so I don't upset them. Got good emerging brood from this frame too. And no, I had 6 swarms this year. Only got half of them because the others they either got away when I tried to get them, or they just were too high up the tree, and the tree was too dangerous to climb, so I got what I could. Oh, this is fantastic. So it may be hard to see, but in every one of these cells in this upper comb right here, there's eggs in every single cell. I put this next to the brood about a week or so ago, and she's already been hard at work putting eggs in there. There's even eggs in this bottom one too. But so this is looking good. Now I'm going to show you a little something cool I did here in this same hive. I'm going to show you something really cool here. This comb here used to be a top bar hive frame comb, but I put sidebars on. You can see the slanting from the regular top bar hive was in. You can see they've been building this out real nicely and putting some very nice brood in. I mean, look at this, very nice brood pattern. I love this. This comb's also very heavy too, so. Look at that. This is a nice brood pattern here. What's cool is they've been filling the sides in like you see here, and all the way down. Yeah, it's really cool looking. Well, I don't need to do it, but I'm feeding them sugar water anyways because I got some bags of sugar I need to get rid of, and plus it's kind of helping them out a little bit too. Just want to help them out. I haven't seen the queen yet, but you can tell she's hard at work in there. This set of double frames is mostly pollen and honey. There you go. Doing pretty good so far. They got like, I think 4 or 5 frames of brood in them, so that's even better. I'm gonna put all these back where they belong. Okay, I'm gonna try some. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but I'm gonna zoom in on these larvae so y'all can see them here. This comes with eggs and young larvae in it, so. Yep, see the C-shaped larvae? They look like. Very young larvae right there. And there's some eggs. You see how they stand up on their ends in the middle, so that's how a queen lays her eggs. When she lays them, she puts the abdomen tip down there and puts the egg right on the floor of the cell, and you can see it. This is really neat. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I put this one right near next to the brood, and she just went to town. She's hard at work. That's good. I'm going to put this hive back together here. I'll open the other one up next. I'll put this one back together here. Girls are being pretty peaceful, which is good. I don't like grumpy bees. Walk out of the way. So ready to get smashed or try to pick you up, pick it up, you know. Being pretty peaceful with me, I like that. I like gentle bees. I saw a video yesterday on YouTube of a beekeeper that had a hive that was extremely aggressive. I think they apparently were Africanized, and he could be a good ways distant from the hive and they'd be attacking him. He couldn't go in his bee yard without a suit on, and he had to euthanize his colony. Hopefully. It'd be cool to see this brood expand ever some more, but queen goes so far, which only goes so far, and that's because of the width, the extent of the cluster, because they don't want to lay too many eggs that the cluster can't cover. So. And then once I get done putting it all together, I'm going to show you all a double frame assembly, what it looks like. I'm going to use an empty frame, an empty double comb assembly as an example. So I don't have to worry about any bees getting in the way. Okay. Everything's back together now. I'm going to show you all what a double frame assembly looks like without bees. Okay, this is what a double frame assembly, medium frame assembly looks like. What I've done is take two medium frames. I've zip tied them together both sides. And I got this bar on top. The reason why I did like this right here, I mean, some people would have cut the ears of this, would have cut the ears off the frame, but the reason I keep them on is because if I want to extract honey and want to be able to do that, you know, I want to be able to make sure that I want to leave that ear on there so that way when it's being spun around inside the extractor, it won't slide around. That ear is also, the extractor is designed so that ear helps lock the frame in place inside the extractor to keep this frame from sliding around. And some people in the group are worried about bees trying to put comb right here, which they probably will do, but they do. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I could put something along in here like a strip of wood, but look at that. She just stung my finger. Look at that. You can see the stinger pumping. See that? She stung my finger. You can see it pumping. Look at that. Unfortunately, the bee I did that, she will now die. She will now die from her injuries. There it is, pumping stinger. But that way when I go to harvest the honey, all I gotta do is undo these straps and the whole thing comes apart. But I had a bunch of these combs laying around, and I could either use them for the wax or do like I do in that, or do like I saw in that that horizontal hives with Extra Deep Frames beekeeping group on Facebook. And this is what I decided to do, and I'll tell you what, I like it. I think it looks really neat. I got a bunch more of these combs right now and stored in some of the other hives right now. I think I may end up pulling those out and putting them in here, because thankfully their populations are getting big out right now. They're starting to cover more and more of the combs to use them, so it's looking good. You know, there's plenty of forage right now. I'm still feeding them anyways, just to get rid of that sugar water. I'm gonna get rid of that sugar I have sitting in the basement, because I want them to have plenty of storage for the winter. But I gotta say, these are pretty cool though. They're pretty neat. So.